Hello, this is wmpyr. This is a response video to a video I just saw right now on YouTube about using the knife for self-defense. So the first thing the guy said was a knife versus knife situation. You need to run because chances are they're going to be better with a knife than you are. All right, so let me address this first. In a knife versus knife situation, so like, I don't know, let's say you're jogging and then a guy comes out of nowhere and he has a knife and he's trying to mug you. So at this point, there's enough distance and time that you could take out your knife, and you happen to have a knife, so you take it out right there. So instead of doing that, this person says you should run. One of the things about self-defense that I would like to give my 2 cents is that a self-defense situation, you're constantly looking to run, okay? And it's not so much the running, but it's about survival. Survival is the most important thing, and within the word survival, running may be a tool that could really help out, and it's probably one of the more common ones, is to run. So you should constantly be looking for that, you know? If you have that option, you should definitely be running, because if you don't, and this is what the guy didn't mention, is if you don't run and you decide to engage, then that's fighting. You are fighting each other. And if you're fighting each other, whether who started or what, that's illegal. In our society today, at least in North America, fighting is not legal. The self-defense situation is basically you are a victim, all right? Like, for example, let's talk about women here. If women can get stalked, okay, so there's a stalker that's like real creepy and stalking them constantly. All right, so if the woman calls the cops, chances are the cops are going to do nothing. They're like, I'm sorry, we can't do anything until he's actually done something to you. You see what I mean? So you have to become a victim first, then the action can come in. So this also applies to us, the men. So in a situation like this, if not, then you are aggressively going in. That's a fight. Like I said, that's not a self-defense situation. You're going to have a very hard time in court trying to say that that was a self-defense situation. All right. But let me quickly just say this. For women, if you are getting stalked, make sure that you file a police report and get a slip. Okay. So at least it goes on record. All right. Like I said, chances are they're not going to be able to do anything for you until you've actually been attacked, that's terrible. That's terrible. But make sure you get that paper, all right? Because if you do, let's say, fight back or do something and you end up in court, having that paper can really put you in a better position. It can help out. Anyway, so the second part is he said you need to run because they are better than you are with the knife. I'm saying you need to run because that's really what, as a citizen, that's what we're expected to do. That's what we need to do because we can't fight. Whether they're better than I am with the knife or I'm better than they are with the knife, it's not a competition. I don't care. If it is that kind of competition, then that means you're in a fight. And once again, fighting is illegal. Duels are no longer allowed. The only venue where you could actually fight another person legally is in combat sports. And then you're going to be fighting a competitor. The next thing he said was, in a self-defense situation, you're going to be using the knife that is on you. Instead of like, so if you have combat knives and tactical knives, and if they're sitting at home, then it's useless. Basically, it's a knife that's on you. So, you know, a lot of people say stuff like that. It's really, that's a no-brainer. But let me go one step further than that, okay? I have combat knives. I have tactical knives. They're at home. Chances are when I go out, they're not with me. I have utility knives on me, not the combat stuff, okay? Why, you know, what's up with that? Well, the thing is, I train with the combat knives, tactical knives. They help me understand the martial arts and the combat and the specific design, and I study all that, all right? So I apply that to the utility knife. I apply that to self-defense. You know what I mean? I learn, I study from it, okay? Now, people often say, well, if the combat knife is at home, but you're walking around with a utility knife, it's not the same thing. How is that going to work? Like I said, it's about applying the knowledge and the skills to a different tool. And the other thing is, yes, I do practice and train with the utility knife too. But 99.9% of the time, the reason why I carry a utility knife is because I use it for utility purposes. For that just in case situation where it is a true self-defense situation, where it's a situation where there's like an active shooter or something like that, I'm going to be happy that I have a weapon on me, all right? And I will, in that case, I feel obligated, and I'll do my best to protect myself and to protect others. I just feel as a citizen, that's just part of, you're supposed to, you know what I mean? So the knives that this person recommended, as far as combat and tactical knives, if you walked around with those, at least in my area, you could be in big trouble with that. It's okay to study combat knives, all right? But walking around with them, I recommend utility knives. There's a gap there, yes. Study with combat knives, but you walk around with utility knives. So you have to bridge the gap, and there's many things that you can do. And one of the things is train with both. Actually train with the utility knife too, not just the combat knife. But learning how to apply that knowledge to other things, that's kind of my thing. That's kind of my specialty. I learn from other styles and then apply it to another style. I practice with the sticks and I apply these skills to other weapons. So I'm kind of used to that, if you can get my drift. All right, the last statement that this person made was, unless you've taken classes, it's not going to do you any good. You know, on the flip side, if someone attacks me with a knife, I don't expect them to have taken classes. If they have, you know, whatever. But if they haven't, I'm still not going to underestimate them, okay? It's a human being, and they have a knife in their hand, and they look like they have the intent to use it. To me, that's formidable, all right, either way. So probably the same with me. But I think what this person is really trying to say is take classes. It's going to help you out, all right? If that's what they're saying, then yes, you know, go take classes, train with it, practice with it, learn, all right? That's very important. So anyway, that's it for this video. Hopefully it was helpful. Thank you for watching, and take care, folks.